So this comment here, several of you asked me in the original video to please break down and explain why daughters that come from narcissistic families can potentially engage in early sexual behavior. So here it is. Before I get going on it though, I'm putting a huge trigger warning out to those who are listening, especially those people who did potentially engage in early sexual behavior. This video could be quite triggering or upsetting for you. So I just want to put that out there first. The narcissistic parent has arrested development. We know this, right? They are emotionally and psychosexually very immature. The narcissist is actually very overtly obsessed with the subject of schmex. Because of the narcissistic parent's obsession with this subject, as well as their inability to understand what is and isn't appropriate with respect to boundaries, especially what is safe for a child in terms of their development, they don't protect them from this subject and in fact expose them to it way too early. So this can look like corn being left out on the table, whether it's a magazine or maybe a toy or a browser on the internet left open for the child to find. I can relate to this. It can look like the parent walking around without their clothes on when the child's friends are over, as an example, and not understanding the problem with it. It can also look like invasion of privacy when the child gets to an age where they don't want their parents walking in on them when they're changing or in the shower, and the narcissistic parent says, your boundaries are wrong. Oh, I've seen this. What's the big deal? It can also look like making comments about your body. There are also severely blurred boundaries in this family system. The narcissistic parent can engage in a relationship with their child that is emotionally inappropriate. It's called enmeshment. It's essentially the narcissist relying on the child and having conversations with that child that really they should be having with their spouse. This parent will actually engage in conversations with this child about the bed life and the details with their other parent. They'll talk about their likes and dislikes. They'll complain to them like they were talking to another adult. They'll talk about your body and how it looks and what they like and don't like. They'll talk about their spouse's body to their child and what they like and don't like. They'll make comments about weight. They'll make comments about other people's appearances. It's all very physically driven. They'll also make very perverse and disturbing remarks that the child really doesn't understand and shouldn't understand. There's also tons of research around the fact that sadly, many of these children were also exposed to SA, whether it be in the family system directly or outside the family system, and it wasn't handled properly by the narcissistic parent specifically at a very young age. All of this teaches this daughter that in order to be loved, we must physically look and act a certain way, and we must have non-existent boundaries. Because the narcissist teaches us, as long as you are being my special child and listening to all of this inappropriate information that probably makes you feel very uncomfortable, then I will love you. And because we still have such a desperation to emotionally connect with a person, to be enough, to be worthy of love and belonging, because of what we've learned being in this narcissistic family and we don't understand boundaries, it is very easy for predators or simply a person pressuring us into a physical relationship for us to go along with it because we have never learned our value or how to protect ourselves from someone actually coming into our space when we don't want it. One of the most confusing parts is after we have engaged in this behavior, which we believe will make this other person happy and will be accepted and loved, other peers find out about it. And instead of it being met with acceptance and happiness, it's met with bullying and gossip, which adds a whole other layer of trauma and intense core shame for this child, this daughter, as to who she is and her ability to connect with other people and be worthy of love and belonging. And unfortunately, many of us take this into our adult life, where we continue to want to emotionally connect and feel that sense of love and belonging. And when you go through your life learning that the only way to achieve this is by physically connecting and allowing people to push our boundaries, the damage runs deep. So this is why children, daughters who come from narcissistic families can engage in early sexual behavior.